Hi guys, thank you for clicking on this video. As you can tell probably by the title, I just have a few things that are kind of on my medical to-do list that I kind of wanted to talk about. I feel like it's a medical to-do slash medical stress list, so look forward to that. I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm tired. I was able to get a decent nap earlier today, but yesterday I had to take my new dog, who's really excited right now, to the vet in Mexico. It was actually my first time driving alone in Mexico. I wasn't completely alone. I had a coworker that led me out there, was kind of guiding me, but still, nonetheless, it was a little nerve-wracking. It may or may not have been his first trip to Mexico, so that was kind of cool. I got some pictures. Maybe I'll share. Maybe I won't. There may be a video just about him coming out because he's just too freaking cute not to. Well, yeah, no. It only took a short amount of time to get there, but it took me about 5 hours to get back. So I was exhausted. He was exhausted, so we took a nap today. I will say the nice thing about having the colostomy bag is I didn't have to worry about going to the restroom. I did nearly piss myself, but I didn't. And I didn't, yeah, it's just nice that I have to worry about having to find a restroom or like, what are you gonna do, right? Anyways, so let's just go ahead and get into this video. The first thing that I'm kind of struggling with right now is getting into seeing my doctor. My understanding is she now only works Mondays, which is interesting. And so I am contemplating switching doctors, which I have a list of doctors I need to go through. But I'm kind of hesitant because she's been with me during this entire process. So it'd be nice not to start over and at least explain everything to someone. Even though they can't see a medical chart, but still, I don't know. Like I said, she's been pretty good to me. So, but it's been a challenge to get even a call back to be able to get seen. And you know, I need to be having my intestine hanging out my body. It's something that I still need to have looked at and monitored to make sure everything is okay, no complications. As far as what I'm concerned and what I see, everything's good, no issues, but I want to get looked at. What kind of goes into my second reason for, or my second item on my list that kind of has me a little stressed out, which is the fact that I have 2 sutures still in my stoma, or you know, attached to my skin, my body. If you don't know, sutures is just what, you know, they sew into when they bring up your colon to your stomach. You know, they sew it just to make sure that it doesn't, you know, try to move or whatever. But eventually they're supposed to either naturally just come out or you get them removed. Well, I have 2 that have been pretty stubborn and they're causing some irritation because naturally my body is trying to heal. The skin around the stoma is, you know, trying to even out, flatten out, just heal, and they're not able to do so because of the sutures. And so I think I need to have those removed. He's gonna knock my Oliver. Having 2 sutures, I need to have them removed. I don't know what that's going to be like, what it's going to feel like, but it's something I need to do. So yeah. The other item on my list is finding a surgeon. So I am not planning on having surgery anytime soon. It's something I'm still debating on whether I'm going to do it or not. My stoma is reversible, so I have the option to. And one of the issues I'm finding is locating a surgeon, having a surgeon that will actually operate on me. I've already been turned down once by a surgeon who didn't want to touch me. The surgeon who did my second surgery is out of my network, and so I can't afford to go to him. So having to find a surgeon just so I can have that consultation, I can have that first meeting, share my history, they can look at my medical chart, and I can, you know, maybe talk about my fears or my thoughts on having the reversal, and see what they say. Maybe they whatever. I want their opinion. I want a medical professional opinion. So I need to find a surgeon for that. That isn't so much a top priority, I would say. It's important, but I don't feel, because I'm not in a rush to have my reversal done. I'm not rushing it, but still, it's still something I need to eventually deal with, and I'm not looking forward to it. Even the thought of even having the reversal surgery, knowing the process, a little bit about the process, how they do it, what could happen, being alone and cold in the hospital, I'm not looking forward to. Now knowing what to expect and what could happen, I would be much more prepared and probably be able to handle it much better, but I am still terrified. I went to my second surgery knowing I would have a catheter, right? I mean, is this part of a surgery, especially when it's something you're going to, you're going to be in the hospital for a while. But I didn't expect to have a tube going into my nose, down into my stomach. And I didn't even know it was there until I was feeling like some burning sensation and feeling weird when I would swallow. And then I heard one nurse tell the other nurse, the tube is coming out. So they had to push it back down, which was not comfortable. And the process of removing it, that nurse was very heavy-handed, and it was just like, it felt like a scene from American Horror Story. But anyways, many other things that I do not want to go through and put my body through if I don't need to. So that's why surgery it's on the table, but it's under some bills that I'm avoiding. One of the other things that I'm dealing with or looking or having to figure something out is getting a stoma guard. There's several things now after having this and going through this for the last 6-7 months. There's things that are coming up or things that I'm realizing that, I think that they should have been discussed in the beginning. And one of them being mental health. Even if I think going into surgery, if you're going to have a bag, you can prepare for it. You can look into it. You can, talk to people. You can do your research. But if not, it's just kind of hits you like a wall, a brick wall, concrete wall. At least that's what it felt like for me. I didn't really have but a few hours to mentally let it sink in, and is devastating, and I'm so traumatized from the hospital experience alone. But there's that, and also stoma guards. It's, you would think, yes, you need to protect this thing, and obviously the first priority is learning how to put on your colostomy bag, and how to remove it, and how to keep your skin and stoma clean and healthy. Of course that's the priority, so you talk about that. But I mean, hello, your intestine is literally hanging out your body. You want to protect that, right? So there's no demonstration of any sort of stoma guards or presentation like, hey, like, these are what's out there, this is what you can try, this is what your insurance could do, whatever. Like, there's no conversation about that at all. Like, even in the, as the home nurse was coming in, I know we talked about stoma belts to keep the bag on, but I don't remember specifically any conversations about a stoma guard. And a stoma guard is more of like a plastic, that you have covering it. There's some that you can stick to the bag itself. There's and then there's other kinds that you can loop through a belt. There's your belt that you already have. There's ones that you need a specific belt for them. Whatever. There's all these options, and of course they're super expensive. The one that I think would work for me is probably around $70. And when you order it, it just comes with the cover. You don't even get the belt with it, so you have to buy the belt separate if you don't already have a belt. I do have a belt, but I don't know if that belt will go with that accessory. So I might have to buy another belt. So then there's the process of finding one, and then hoping that I can go through my insurance to get it. I still have to pay for it out of pocket, but it goes towards. I'm hoping it will go towards my deductible, my $500 deductible. So I've already looked into other reviews on YouTube and have found some stuff, or a few covers that I think would, or one cover in particular that I think, like I said, would work for me. That's about like $70. And so now I just need to call the company Medline that I use for my medical supplies and probably put an order in anyways, and then see if they have anything that I can look at. I need it for even if you don't, like for myself, I have a office job, right? But there's still opportunity for me to hurt myself. I mean, I've leaned up against counters. I'm like, oh crap, I got to be careful. Or my tray that I carry around that has, my cash tray that's metal. I've almost hit myself with it before putting it away. When I've opened a door, I've almost hit it. There's been having this young dog, young puppy. I mean, he's not a puppy, but young guy with us now. He's a little smaller and he has energy and likes to jump around, and he likes to play, and he likes to cuddle and lay on top of me. And so he's a strong dog, and so I need to be careful. And so it makes it very difficult. It makes it very difficult to be able to touch him and be affectionate with him, and then also protect my intestine from that's hanging out my stomach. So I need to get one, just for peace of mind and for safety and protection. So that's on there. And then the other thing that has kind of crept back up earlier this week, I don't know why it just popped into my head, but I when I was at work, I think we were talking about family medical history or something, I don't know. And I remember that I now have 2 family members on my mom's side of the family who have both passed away from colon cancer. And so that is a fear. I'm scared. I don't want to die from cancer. They made sure that the polyps that I did have that was removed were non-cancerous, and they are, so that's good. So I will have to be checked again within 7 and 10 years, depending on if I'm having any issues, which is interesting because I wonder how they would do that. So, you have your colon, whatever, goes down into your, goes down, and then, you got your anus and your rectum. So, I'm cut right above the anus and rectum part. So that's cut, and then the rest of me is then looped out my stomach. And my hand gestures and the way I'm going is probably not helping the situation, but yeah. But anyways, so I'm just like, okay, well, would they do 2 entries, like one up the anus to check that part of the colon, and then one through the stoma to check the rest? Like that just sounds horrible, but anything could happen. Anyway, I can get hit by a bus. I can get in a car. Anything can take me out. But it's scary to think that it could be something from colon cancer. And to be quite honest, when I first was diagnosed with diverticulitis and having all these issues and then going into surgeries, all this stuff, I just kind of felt like, well, you know what? It may not be now, but it probably will be my colon that's going to end up taking me out. And if it's by cancer, that is just the worst. I mean, there's no pleasant way. I mean, yeah, maybe one pleasant way of dying, but it's not a conversation that I want to be thinking about at the age of my age. I am in my mid-30s, and if my colon is so bad already, it's just like, what could happen, and then how would I deal with that? Dealing with this is hard enough. I can't imagine. I don't want to have another surgery and have my entire colon removed and have my rectum or having my anus sewn shut. and I've seen a few people's stories from cancer type situations, and that happens, and it's scary. And then you think, well, gosh, what stage is it caught that they can still prevent death? Will I survive the chemo? And would I even want to do it? Honestly, depending on the stage that it was at, if that's what my future is gonna be, I don't even know if I would want to fight it. I don't know. Anyways, that might not be what some people might want to hear, but it's my body, my channel. But it's a crazy thought. And so it's been a rough couple of months. I'm not gonna lie. Got pretty sick. Feeling so much better though. And something happened in February that is something that I haven't really discussed, or I have not put out on social media anyways. Something that I don't really want to accept and deal with again. It will be talked about eventually. But yeah, things have been rough. So I'm trying to stay positive and trying to remember everything that I have, that I am grateful for. I don't have cancer, I have support at home. I'm not going through this alone. And got this cutie of a dog that has just brought in a lot of life and love into the house. So it's good. And I have my job. I can support myself. Everything is okay. We're getting better. Got a couple more bills, couple more. I can see the light. So we're good. I'm trying to stay focused. I'm trying to focus on other things. And so having this channel really does help. Having the support, whether it's just from a view, a subscription, a comment, friends that are reaching out, people who are saying things to me. It means so much. And I hate that I'm just like, with all this negative and kind of downer kind of stuff, but it's my life right now. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video. I hope you guys are having a good day, a good weekend. I'm gonna try to get some rest and get ready for the week. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks. Bye. Hi guys, thank you